Well, for everybody who joined the last live, welcome back. Y'all know every time I go live, my feed gets taken down for misinformation, and I have to file an appeal. I got back. See, I'm back, so obviously I didn't say nothing wrong, but I don't know if someone's reporting me or what's happening. But every single time I go live, my video is cut for misinformation. So I don't know. All I was asking was before my feed got cut was, is this what y'all voted for? Because like I was saying before I got cut, for my feed got cut, I was saying to my people who was on my live that where's the outrage from these same people who was talking about how their tax dollars was being spent on other things other than helping the American people? Because right now we using tax dollars to put the military in the street. The military, our streets are being militarized by the government because they're trying to basically detain people. You know, they're detaining people and they're saying they're fighting crime, and they're sending these people, deploying these troops to these cities and these places that to me for no reason should be deployed. I mean, that's what the local law enforcement is supposed to do. The local law enforcement is supposed to fight crime. That's local crime that's here in America. But of course, you know, they like to say the enemy within. You know, they like to say the enemy within is American people. So now what's happening is they keep deploying these people out to these cities, and they're deploying these troops to the cities, and now they're messing with people, not just Hispanic people, but with people in Chicago and Oregon and these cities, these blue states. They're threatening to not, spend money on the blue states because they didn't vote for him. This is what our country is currently going through. I would like to know, again, for the people that's just joining, is this what y'all voted for? Did you vote for this? What's happening right now in this country, is this what you voted for? Because I really would like to know if this is what y'all voted for. Because I thought that y'all voted for lower prices. I thought that y'all voted for lower inflation. I thought that y'all voted for lower gas, groceries, electric bills, insurance. I thought this is what y'all voted for. I thought y'all voted because y'all wanted to see the economy back on track. A lot of y'all said that he was a businessman, and y'all voted because that's what y'all voted for. Y'all voted to get this economy back rolling is what I thought y'all voted for. But what's happening right now with our government, how many of y'all actually approve of it? Even if you don't approve of it, how many of y'all think what's happening is correct, is right? The way that they're out here coming for the people instead of working on the economy, because it's October, it's 10 months in. I haven't seen the price of nothing go down. I didn't see any prices of anything go down. I didn't see the groceries go down. I didn't see the gas prices go down. I didn't see the inflation go down. I only seen it go up. Now, the unemployment is the only thing that's going up. It's people who have degrees right now in Florida where I live at. They can't afford to pay their bills because guess what? It ain't no jobs. I remember when Obama was the president, and John Boehner was the House majority, and he was asking Obama, Mr. President, where are the jobs? So why is it that right now, we don't have nobody out asking where are the jobs? Because I don't see how people are supposed to survive in this economy, because everybody who I know is working extra hard, either double time, working multiple jobs, to try to make ends, just to pay the regular everyday bills. With the price of everything going up, with the cost of all this inflation, and with the money that the taxpayer money not being used properly, because what's happening in Florida is the corporations are buying up all of the property. They buying up all of the homes. They buying up all of the property. And what they're doing is that what they do when they buy the property, including my office, they double the price in the rent. That's what's happening right now. People, like, what's happening right now is the very wealthy people at the very top, including BlackRock. I hope my feet don't get cut for saying BlackRock name, but including BlackRock, what they're doing is they're making all these coins and trying to get people to buy into all these crypto coins, and all of this stuff is happening with the people at the very top, and all they're doing is getting wealthier. And what they're trying to do is point the finger at the people like me and you and say, well, it's your fault you didn't invest into it. That's what I'm trying to see. And I would like to know how is it that you expect people who can barely pay their bills to go in and invest money into something that's not a volatile, item. You want these people to go invest their money into crypto when most of them don't understand it. And most of them don't understand it, and you want them to go invest their money into it when they can barely pay their bills. That's what I want to know. Y'all want people to like these people at the very top who can afford to go out and take a chance on some of these new coins that's popping up. Elon supposedly got some new coin called Doge One for the people who are investing in crypto. I think it's called Doge One. I don't know even how to buy it. You probably got to go to one of these websites that you got to take a chance on. I know BlackRock has a new coin. I guess they putting all their money into. But if you're a person out here, you understand that the wealthy people are getting wealthier. The divide is really happening. What they're doing is they're dividing us up. They divide and conquer is what they're doing. They dividing up people per race, per religion, race, religion, sexuality, and this is the kind of stuff that they're trying to divide people with. So what they're doing is they're dividing us, and by them dividing us up, this is how they're turning around and doing all of this stuff in our face. So the big news today, Ghislaine Maxwell. Donald Trump had a press conference. He was asked about Ghislaine Maxwell. He was like, huh? Who we talking about? And then when they said her name, he said, oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time. They was asking if he would pardon her or if he was looking to pardon her. That's what they were asking. If he was looking to pardon her, or if let me see real quick. I gotta reply to somebody real quick. He said, what do you see as a tipping points? Who has to really feel it? I'm gonna say that MAGA has to feel it. MAGA has to feel it. That's what I'm gonna say. For people to really wake up and stop this madness, because I see already Marjorie Taylor Greene, even though we don't really like her for a lot of reasons, Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of those people that is starting to feel it. And she's coming out and speaking up against a lot of this stuff. But can she be trusted, and do we like her? Probably not. She can't be trusted, and we don't like her still. However, she one of the ones who is kind of standing up to this regime and saying what she feel about, certain things. So I would like to know, where do we go from here? Because if y'all voted for this, what's happening right now, if this is what you really voted for, they got places for people like you. You could go get help. They got mental health facilities for people who voted for this kind of stuff. If you think that what's happening right now is a good thing, if you really think right now what's happening is a good thing, you probably should go get yourself checked out. The fact that they're in the streets with military And y'all, what y'all not thinking about is who has to pay for all this stuff. How is it that they got so much money to pay for the military to be in the streets, and they got all this money to go after all these people and all of these deportations, and it costs a lot of money to deport people. It's like 17,000 estimated per person. They got all this money to go detain all these people, to pay for all these ICE people, to put all this military in the street. They got money for all this stuff, but they don't got money to help us. So I would like to know, why do y'all think it's okay that they can spend money for this stuff, attacking the enemy within, which is the American people? They got money for that. They can spend all the money. They got unlimited supply of money. Because the ICE raids and the going to the cities and messing with people and stuff that ain't slowing down no time soon. But the price of everything ain't coming down. So the price of everything only been going up. So how could y'all not be outraged? How could y'all not be outraged that the price of everything is going up? And the only thing everything is going up. The unemployment is going up. The price of everything is going up. People are struggling. People are working all these jobs. And y'all, for some reason, y'all think that with all of this happening, it's okay for them to spend money out here in these streets, detaining people. It costs money to deport people. And I know people in my comments like to say, well, it costs more for them to stay here. And I know some of y'all believe that. But how can you tell me that someone who is here working, picking strawberries or tomatoes or whatever, how can you tell me it costs more to keep that person here than it would cost to go and detain them and rip them from people's arms and have people screaming and crying, and you're taking them away and they sending them to all these places. Some of them not able to find out where their family members are. It's people missing. In Alcatraz, it's people missing that no one's accounting for. But they got money for that, right? But they don't got money to bring down the cost of healthcare. They don't got money to bring down the groceries. They don't have money to help the everyday people who's struggling right now. You know, and what happened to this whole Doge found all of this money? What happened to Doge found all this money that supposedly we was going to get a $5,000 check? I would like to know what happened to supposedly us getting our check. Where is my check? I would like to know. I would like to know what happened to the check, and that's where I'm at right now. Like they told us all they've been doing to us is lying since they've been in office. It's been 10 months. 10 months. And I don't know about y'all, but within these 10 months, I feel like my life has gotten harder. If anybody life has gotten better in this last 10 months, I would like to know. If you're watching this live, or if you see one of these videos once I post it, if your life has gotten better in these past 10 months, please tell me. Because whatever you're doing, I need to be doing. Because that means I'm not doing something right. And I don't want to hear about investing into crypto and Trump coins and all of this stuff that's like, you know, a risk. You think I got money to waste on a coin so they can rug pull and take the money from us? I don't think I got money for that. Because I don't. And I don't know if y'all do, but I don't got money for it. Maybe y'all do. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But if y'all life has gotten better, please tell me what I'm doing wrong. If y'all life has gotten better in the past 10 months. Because I know some of y'all voted for this because some of y'all are racist and everything else is going on. And some of y'all like to see this stuff happening to people. Some of y'all get off by seeing people get detained and snatched up from their families and watching them scream and plead to not be deported. I think a lot of y'all are okay with that. I'm not okay with it. I mean, I'm only okay with it for the people who actually voted for it. If you voted for it, I'm okay with it. But for the people who didn't vote for this, it's pretty messed up. And I would like to know, what did y'all vote for? Because I mean, I voted for Kamala because I wanted to see this country get back on track and continue to grow, and for us to be able to have some money in our pockets, and for the corporations and the millionaires and billionaires to pay their fair share of taxes. That's what I voted for. Some of y'all voted for MAGA because y'all thought that y'all was voting for the economy. But again, 10 months in, how many of y'all 10 months in feel like y'all are getting what y'all voted for? That's what I want to know. Because right now, the way I see it is that all of this happened since this all happened. Everything got worse, and the citizens are under attack. So that's what I see. I appreciate you, Kiki the Fairy. I appreciate you for being the gifter. I appreciate Mastermind for being the gifter. I appreciate y'all for supporting my videos, because I'm just trying to give it to them from a perspective where they can understand it. Because I feel like, yeah, they didn't vote for the economy. They voted for racism. They voted because they think that it's okay to be divided. They voted for a divide because they want to start. I don't know if I should say this because it might cut my feed. They want to start something civil that starts with W. So I think that's what they voted for. They want to take their country back is what they voted for. They voted for taking their country back. Because that's what Make America Great Again was standing for them. They think being great is being divided and living in their own communities and treating people like unjust. That's what they think. They think taking people away from their families and deporting people is what's great. I don't know where they're getting this stuff from. But that's what a lot of these people are they voted for. They didn't vote for a better economy. The economy we had the best economy in the world. I know a lot of y'all felt the inflation. I felt the inflation. We all felt the inflation. Up until 10 months ago, we all felt inflation. But 10 months now, I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. This is way worse. Because I was still fine. Like, up until last year when Biden was still our president, I was still fine. I was still hopeful. I'm an entrepreneur, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs. We were doing fine up until 10 months ago. Because I'm an entrepreneur, and other entrepreneurs I know and other business owners I know, these people are struggling. The customers are not calling. People are uncertain. People are afraid to spend their money right now. This is what I feel like is happening. I feel like definitely played themselves, Mastermind. Definitely played themselves. And they did vote because their mediocre ways were beyond evident. Definitely why they voted. But the thing is, I want to know from my people on this live, the black MAGA people. Y'all know I've been talking about the black MAGA people for a while, right? What did they vote for? We know what the other MAGA people voted for, but what did the black MAGA people, what were their hopes? Can someone tell me what good did they see coming from this? Did they think they were going to get another stimulus check? Or what was the reason why the black MAGA people voted for Trump? What was the reason why these women voted against their own bodies for Trump? What was the reason why these Latino people, Hispanic people voted for Trump? I would like to know why and what they voted for, because what they voted for, I don't know. Because, like, if this is what they voted for, what's happening right now, if this is what they voted for, then we all in trouble. The reason I say that is because if you voting for people to be divided and you voting for America to not follow the Constitution, and you voted for us to have a authoritarian president, and you voted for us to have a dictator, then I'm afraid. Because I have seen people saying that if he is a dictator, they're okay with it. I've seen people say maybe it's time that we have a dictator. Oh yeah, I know your people thought they was getting a check because I talked to some people for the election, and I heard some of the dumbest stuff that I ever heard in my life. Some of the dumbest stuff I ever heard in my life. They were saying, well, maybe if he get reelected, we'll get another stimulus. But if they understood what the reason for the first stimulus was, that was actually the reason why we got the stimulus from that administration, was because they were trying to stimulate the economy that was failing. That's why you got a check. You didn't get a check to help you. You got a check to help them look good, make them look better, because they had a failing economy. It was about to fall all the way flat. So that's why they gave you a check. Then, because they messed up things so bad, Joe Biden came into office and he followed through and he gave you a second stimulus check. It had Donald Trump's name on it, but it was actually a check given to these people by Joe Biden. But the problem with the Democrats, I'm going to talk about the Democrats for a second. The problem with the Democrats is that the Democrats don't fight hard enough. The Democrats accept defeat too easily. The Democrats, when they know that things are rigged and when they know that stuff was rigged and going against them, they don't fight hard enough. They don't fight hard enough. And that's correct, Mastermind. They really didn't do their research. A lot of these people don't even follow politics. All they heard was check, stimulus, and they were sold already. Correct, Kay. The Democrats are not loud enough. The only Democrats that's really fighting the way what we should be fighting the fight, bringing the fight to them, is I'm going to name a few. Jasmine Crockett is my number one. Y'all know she my number one pick. Jasmine Crockett, Gavin Newsom, even I seen Kane, Kane who ran with Hillary. I seen him, fighting a little bit. AOC, Bernie Sanders, Hakeem Jeffries. He's starting to have a little voice now when he should have did more. We're going to talk about him later. But the Democrats don't fight hard enough. They accept anything. They accept defeat. They don't even ask no questions. It's like watching a sport and a flag is thrown. They don't even want to know why. They just be like, all right, we got to accept the flag. It was a flag thrown. We accept the flag. They don't never challenge. They don't never challenge nothing. And to be a Democrat and sit back and watch this happen any longer, I cannot do, which is why I started this podcast. We have to learn how to fight back. Like, I know some of y'all know this, but one day I feel like this channel going to get big enough to where I'm going to be able to talk to these politicians directly and tell them, stop being so weak and folding over. You have to fight back. You're getting bullied and you walking, you walking away. You're giving up your lunch money. You're giving up your lunch money and you're walking away. And then you want to get in here once they take all of the power like they did. They got the Supreme Court, because even when Obama was the president, I hate to say it, but even when Obama was the president, when we had a judge nominee, he let them hold up his nominee for a whole year. They would not give this man in the Senate. They would not let him even have put him up for a vote. And Obama should have did more to make sure he got his judge on that panel. But again, playing nice guy, trying to play by the rules that they don't play by, he was not able to get Garland on the bench. And then Trump won and came in and said, oh, no, we ain't getting Garland. Oh, yeah, they need social media. They need social media badly. They need to tune in badly. They need to talk to the people. They need to see what's really going on out here instead of sitting in their offices and hearing it through the grapevine and watching mainstream media, because mainstream media is rigged at this point. Like, they talk about whatever they want to talk about. What they don't get to talk about what they don't talk about. They talk about whatever the people on top want them to talk about. Y'all seen what happened to Jimmy Kimmel when he said what he felt, even though it wasn't bad. Y'all see he got suspended. So the Democrats need to stop all of this explaining and playing by the rules when we the only one playing by the rules. They make the rules. And no, this is the biggest thing I hear. The Democrats want to control you. They want to take away your rights. They want to take away your guns. They want to tell you what you could do with your own body. They want to gut your health care. I hear all of this stuff. Oh, Joe Manchin is the scum of the earth. And Joe Manchin, I hope that he go to a place that's very hot. Him and Kristen Sinema, they both need to go to a place that's really hot. So Y'all know what I'm saying. Both of them, because that dude right there, he part of the reason why Joe Biden couldn't get a lot of legislation passed. Joe Biden tried to raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour when he first got into office. If y'all don't believe me, go Google it. He tried to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour when he first came into office. He had all the votes he needed. He was one short from the Democratic side. And guess who that one person was? Joe Manchin. So where's Joe Manchin at now? And Kristen Sinema, where they at right now? Now that this regime is taking over, where they at? Where their voices at? Why don't we hear them? Where's all the outrage from all of these people who was complaining when Joe Biden was president? Where they at right now? The people from the Democratic side I'm talking about. When Joe Biden was on his way out, when they forced him out, and they were complaining about he was too old and all these health problems he had, this man take 5 days off and go missing MIA. This is the second time he did it. He went missing for 5 days. We know what's happening. The man is losing it. He go missing for 5 days. It's no outrage. But Joe Biden got up every day and went out and did what he's supposed to do. Even though he will forget people's names and say stuff backwards or whatever y'all want to call it, what we're seeing right now is 10 times worse. So, question of the day, is this what y'all voted for? Because I would like to know, because maybe it's just me. But I don't think y'all voted for what's happening right now. If y'all voted for the government to be shut down, for the wealthy people to get richer, for the poor people to get poorer, for people EBT and people on social services to get cut, and our country economy to start going down, and higher prices on everything. If this is what y'all voted for, then it scares me. Because it's no way that y'all voted for this. And I know a lot of people going to have their big egos and walk around here with their heads high and talking about, this is what I voted for. And for those people, please tell me what you voted for. Because the only thing I can see is you voted because you wanted to be nasty. You voted because you wanted to divide people. You voted because you didn't want to see a woman in charge. You voted because you didn't want to see a black woman in charge. You voted because you wanted anything besides a minority to be in that office. You didn't care what they stood for. You didn't care how bad it would be for you, for your farms, for your car dealership, for all of these people who are starting to struggle right now. You didn't care about none of that. You cared that you didn't want a black woman to be in the White House. And a lot of y'all wanted Joe Biden out because y'all knew, had he won, he was getting up in age. And y'all knew by default who the president would be next. They wasn't voting against Joe Biden. They was voting because they knew, had he won, with his old age, they knew who was next up. That's what they voted for. They didn't want that. They didn't want a woman. They said that Kamala wasn't black enough. That's what they tried to say. She don't know if she's Indian or black. But this is my question for y'all. Do you think that in America, being mixed matters when they pull you over? When they pull you over, do you think being black and Indian is going to matter to them? Do you think if you in Florida with open carry, which I advise everybody to not open carry, that's our color. But do you really think if you my color, it don't matter if you're black and Hispanic, you're black and Indian, you're black and white, it don't matter. Do you really think that they're gonna give you a pass because you say I'm black and Indian? Do y'all really think that's going to pass up for them? Do you think that ain't black enough to the police when they want to mess with you? Do you think when you go to some of these areas where people are super highly racist, do you think that they're going to give you a pass because you say I'm not all the way black? So that's what I want to know. I want to know. Oh, look, Tampa, what's up? Tampa Lady C. Tampa Lady C. What's up? Do y'all really think that's what's going to happen? Y'all really think that's what's going to happen? Y'all really think that that because you're not all the way black that you get a pass for being not black. That's what I want to know. What's up, cousin? I couldn't see. That's why I was looking at the picture. What's up, cousin? I ain't seen you in a while. You see, I be talking my politics now. You see that? That's just where I'm at with that. So I want to know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, go to my YouTube, subscribe too. I want to know if this is what y'all voted for, and if it's not what y'all voted for, I want to know. And if it is what y'all voted for, please tell me. I want to know.